And on our horizontal plane, our horizontal axis, we have our optimal wellness. Tell me how you use the essential oils, because my suspicion is we all use them in largely the same way. You can see our oil usage arrow. When we, for whatever reason, have a compromise with optimal wellness, we have less than efficiency in how our body is functioning. We have a reduction in metabolic capacity. But this is also the time where we go to our cabinet and we open up the cabinet doors and we look at all of our wonderful essential oils, and don't we start grabbing a lot of things? Don't we look at that and say, I know I heard Dr. Hill talk about this, I know I heard Boyd Truman talk about this, and my neighbor told me that I should try this, and I've used this before and that was helpful too. This seems to be the time when we use absolutely the most essential oils that we can. And while that might make some sense philosophically, it doesn't make any sense functionally. And the reason why is because very quickly we can overwhelm our body's capacity. On the other hand, when we seem to be feeling well, and you can see that now we have this curve that begins to develop, and we're increasing our model of wellness. I'm feeling well. All is going good. My body is functioning optimally. This seems to be the time that our oil usage dramatically decreases. Now let me tell you why it is that I really want to address this. I went to the internet and I was curious to look up a condition. Now this is not a doTERRA recommendation, and fortunately this was not a doTERRA wellness advocate representing this, but I typed in the condition that I was looking for and this is what popped up. And you'll be surprised to see this. They said that there were 3 steps that we need to do to overcome the circumstance that I introduced onto the internet. First was to use 5 drops each of cinnamon, clove, and melaleuca, and then add 3 drops of oregano and take my mouth every 3 hours. Now I'm assuming that this was probably in a capsule, it didn't say. And then they said step number 2, use this at your discretion, apply 2 drops each of rosemary, eucalyptus, and peppermint. Apply that topically over the chest for respiratory support as needed. And then they said the 3rd step is that we use 5 drops each of melissa, black pepper, and lemon, and take 10 capsules a day.
Wow.
Now I know that we're all kind of moaning and saying, oh, there's no way I would do that. But let's be truthful. Yes, you have. Yes, we have. It might not be this exact recipe that we have fallen to, but we all have a tendency to do the same thing, me included. A number of years ago, I began to be a little more concerned with the efficiency of essential oils, looking for how do I maximize potential for benefit while I minimize my risk. Because the other thing that I commonly hear, now when we see things like this, we might believe in our mind that somebody's going to come and approach you, or that you yourself are going to have this experience where, oh my gosh, I have this horrible rash, or I have a terrible response. Understand that in my mind, I believe a terrible response with the essential oils is when we don't receive any benefit. At the very least, when we overwhelm ourselves by